There's nothing like seeing the future and adjusting the present in light of it. There's nothing like peering out to tomorrow and then beginning to implement it today because you see it. Woe is the individual, is the person who doesn't see anything. Because when you don't see anything, you lose hope. When you lose the ability to dream about a better tomorrow, you just ruined your today.
When was the last time you looked at your life and said, this isn't good enough? When was the last time you decided that you weren't going to wait around for things to get better, but that you were going to make them better? Too many of us are sitting on the sidelines of our own lives, waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect circumstances. Well, I've got news for you. That perfect moment, it doesn't exist. It never has, and it never will. Life doesn't happen to you. Life responds to you. It's not about waiting for the storms to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And let me tell you, some of the best dancers I know started in the middle of a downpour. Things are tough right now. The economy is not what it used to be. There's so much uncertainty in the world. And you're right. Things are tough. But let me ask you this. When in history has anything great ever been achieved without overcoming tough times? You see, tough times don't last, but tough people do. And I'm here to tell you that you're tougher than you think. You've got more potential inside you than you could ever imagine. But potential without action is like having a Ferrari in your garage that you never drive. It might look impressive, but it's not taking you anywhere. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to make a decision right now. A decision that from this moment on, you're not going to wait for change to happen. You're going to make it happen. You're going to be the architect of your own destiny. Now, I know that sounds big. It sounds intimidating. But here's the secret. Big changes don't happen overnight. They happen one small decision at a time, one small action at a time. You want to start a business? Great. But don't wait until you have everything figured out. Start small. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Maybe that means setting aside an hour each day to work on your business. Maybe it means reaching out to one potential customer or mentor each week. The point is, start moving. You want to get in shape? Fantastic. But don't wait until you have the perfect workout routine or diet plan. Start today, go for a walk, do some push-ups, eat one healthier meal. Small actions consistently taken lead to big results. You want to improve your relationships? Wonderful. But don't wait for the other person to change. Be the change you want to see. Show more kindness. Listen more actively. Express gratitude more frequently. These small acts can transform your relationships over time. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Change is never easy. If it were, everyone would be living their dream life. 5 years from now, you can be exactly where you are today, dealing with the same problems, facing the same challenges, or you can be in a completely different place. The choice is yours. But remember, not making a choice is still making a choice. You see, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. And creation is an active process. It requires intention, effort, and persistence. I remember a young man I met years ago. He was working a dead-end job, barely making ends meet. He told me he was waiting for his big break, waiting for things to turn around. I asked him, "What are you doing while you're waiting?" He looked at me puzzled. I said, "Are you learning new skills? Are you networking? Are you saving money? Are you working on your mindset?" He admitted he wasn't doing any of those things. He was just waiting. And that's the trap so many of us fall into. We think that by waiting, we're being patient. But there's a big difference between patience and passivity. Patience is active. It's working towards your goals while understanding that results take time. Passivity is just letting life happen to you. That young man took my advice to heart. He started using his evenings to learn coding. He started attending industry events and making connections. He started putting aside a little money each month, even though it wasn't much. And you know what? Within 2 years, he had landed a job at a tech startup. Within 5 years, he had started his own company. The point is, he stopped waiting for change to happen and started making it happen. And that's what I'm challenging you to do today. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I don't know where to start. Well, let me give you a simple formula. It's something I've used throughout my life, and it's never failed me. It goes like this: dream big, start small. But dream big. Allow yourself to imagine the life you truly want. Don't let your current circumstances limit your vision. Remember, your current reality is just a result of your past thoughts and actions. It doesn't define your future unless you let it. Start small. Break down your big dreams into small, manageable steps. If you want to write a book, start by writing 1 page a day. If you want to run a marathon, start by running around the block. Small steps might not seem significant, but they create momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. But most of all, start. Take action today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Because here's a secret: you'll never feel completely ready. The most successful people in the world are those who were willing to start before they felt ready. Let's talk about fear for a moment. Because fear is often what keeps us waiting. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of what others might think. But here's the thing about fear. It tells you that you're not good enough, that you're not ready, that you can't do it. But that's not. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. It's your imagination working overtime, conjuring up worst-case scenarios that rarely, if ever, come to pass. And even if they did, so what? Failure isn't fatal. In fact, failure is often the stepping stone to success. I've failed more times than I can count. But you know what? Each failure taught me something. Each setback made me stronger, more resilient, more determined. And that's true for anyone who's ever achieved anything worthwhile.